The thoroughbred is a magnificent animal, bred for speed, bred to compete, the sport of kings.
Wow, West Coast has it by 6.
It's the all-new Let's Go Racing from Parks Casino and Racetrack. It's action-packed and fun for the entire family.
3 of them are right together with 1 furlong to go.
Let's Go Racing is brought to you by the Pennsylvania Thoroughbred Horsemen's Association. It's fun to see them run.
Good morning and welcome to Let's Go Racing. I'm Danny Gibson here with Dick Girardi, and quite frankly, we're very happy to be back and dug out of the snow. We have a great show here today. Our national coverage includes the world's richest race, the $20 million Saudi Cup, along with some other stakes we'll look at from Laurel Park, Santa Anita, and the Saudi Cup Derby in Riyadh that just ran. We hope everyone got to listen to our broadcast from Chickies and Pete's on Talk Radio 1210 with some of our leading Pennsylvania racing family, Kate DeMasi, Butch Reed, John Service,
El Presidente,
yes.
Sal Bondo, Bruce Casella and I did it. We had them on. You can see it. It's on YouTube. You can listen to it anytime.
You guys did a great job, I really have to say. I think that would be something, I'd love to have that monthly, get that open dialogue. I think
we're discussing possibilities of maybe doing that more often, but to be determined. But yeah, it was fun. Our buddy Mike Maldini helped put it together, and Bruce, and we went down and talked horses, which we would have been doing anyway, except we were just talking into a microphone.
Definitely.
So it was all good.
Yeah, I think a lot of people, they're just not informed. They don't know that there are so many great jobs out here and what we contribute to the Commonwealth. And
Right. It was great that Governor Rendell was able to come on with us, because he was obviously the guy who was behind Act 71 back in 2004. And he explained the origins of it and also explained to people why he thinks Governor Wolf's, although it's certainly his idea for giving scholarships to college kids, nobody's arguing that's not a great idea, but why it would be better to try to take it from elsewhere. Maybe there's a piece here, a piece there, but not the entire racing fund. That's just not going to work for an industry that clearly depends on it, and the act was created for horse racing. It wasn't created for anything else. That's what it was created for.
Absolutely. No, it's a great forum, and I look forward to doing that some more. Our local race of the week is going to be a little further down 95 as we got another snow day here. So let's take a look at the General George Grade 3 from Laurel Park. It was a part of their Winter Carnival Stakes, 7 furlongs, $250,000 purse with a solid group of 10. So who's our favorite?
Yeah, Funny Guy, the 2. John Terranova is the favorite, Danny, off of second place in a New York bred stake. But really, the horse we're looking at here is the 6, Share the Ride. Great claim last summer by Silvino Ramirez and our buddy Miguel Penaloza, who trains here, for $16,000 back on the 5th of July. The horse has won it was third in the Vosburg, second in the Bold Ruler. It's just been great. Won the Fall Highway. It's just been terrific, and it's been training here the whole time with Miguel. So, yeah, that's kind of the horse we're looking for here in the General George.
What do you say? We get to Dave Rodman's call.
The opening quarter, 23.20. Arthur's Hope on the outside, a narrow lead. Share the Ride. Right there is Lakai in third position after a 46.13 half mile. Lebda is in fourth. Funny Guy ridden along in fifth. The inside at the top of the stretch. They make the turn for home. Arthur's Hope and Share the Ride down to the inside. Arthur's Hope drifting a little wide. Share the Ride's going to go on with it. Share the Ride now opens up. Lakai trying to run there from the third position. They're followed by Tattooed. Nothing from Funny Guy, who's dropped out last. Down to the last furlong, and it's Share the Ride with a 3-length lead. Tattooed is charging hard. Tattooed trying to come and Share the Ride. Share the Ride, and Victor Carrasco enjoyed that ride today in the General George. Won it from Tattooed. Then it was Lakai followed by Lebda and Informative.
Share the Ride, got it done. First graded stakes for trainer Miguel Penaloza. Congratulations.
Yeah, he did. This is a really neat story and a neat horse, as we said, claimed for $16,000. I talked to Miguel. I did a story for Let'sGoRacingParks.com, Danny, and as you know, he had a tough year last year, like a lot of people at the racetrack. So this horse was kind of a gift to him, and it's great that he gets 2021 off to such a great start. And look, off of what we saw here, this horse is not finished winning. They can win some other stakes with him. So a neat story, great claim, and good for Miguel.
First of all, I want to say thank you to the trainer Miguel, to the owner, and I can't even explain, I've been through so much during my career, and when I passed the wire, I could not believe it, but thank God, we're here, and thanks to Share the Ride, we got it done. Instructions were to not go to the lead, to make sure that I sit second or third, And, you know, I was trying my best to do the best. And when I saw Cortez on my outside, I just sit patient, wait, and once we get near to the quarter pole, when I say go, he responds well, and we get the W.
Last start, he lost a shoe and still got third.
There you go.
Yeah, so good for them. I mean, they took the chance. They won a four-way shake, so this is a claiming
I didn't know
dream.
that part of it. He didn't tell me that part. That's great.
Yeah, I was talking to him. So we're going to head out to our first break. When we get back, we're going to look at the world's richest race, the $20 million Saudi Cup. Take a look at that when we get back on Let's Go Racing.
Nix Go comes on through to take the lead. Charlatan sticks right with him, and the race is on round the far turn in the Saudi Cup.
If you want action and you want it now, you got to get the new Parks Racing mobile app. Wager and watch thoroughbred and harness racing from around the world. With the Parks Racing mobile app, it's easy to open and fund your account. Then place your wagers and cheer on your horse as they thunder down the stretch. With the Parks Racing mobile app, you'll easily make withdrawal requests, view the previous day's replays and results. Plus, open any new account now and you'll be automatically enrolled in the Parks Rewards program. The more you wager, the more you earn. Get the new Parks Racing mobile app and get in on the action.
Looking to join the thrill and excitement of thoroughbred racehorse ownership? Pewter Stable can get you started. With more than 25 years of experience under the leadership of Greg and Kate DeMasi, Pewter Stable is one of the industry's leaders in racing partnerships, winning hundreds of races and millions of dollars at racetracks all over the Mid-Atlantic, including New York. No markup, no management fees makes our partnerships unique and affordable. We are Pewter Stable.
Did you know absolutely no taxpayer dollars support the Pennsylvania horse racing industry? In fact, racing generates $1.6 billion that pays taxes, creates jobs, and more, right here in Pennsylvania.
He's a winner. He's a champion. He's an icon. He's a legend. And now he's back in Pennsylvania. Smarty Jones, Kentucky Derby winner, Preakness Stakes winner, standing at Equistar in Annville, Pennsylvania. The quintessential Pennsylvania bred has returned. Smarty Jones is back home. Please call Rodney Eckenrode or visit EquistarTrainingAndBreeding.com.
Welcome back to Let's Go Racing. Let's get into some national coverage brought to you by the Chapman Auto Group. If their emblem's not on the back of your car or truck, you probably did pay too much. So yeah, let's get a look at the world's richest race, the Saudi Cup. $20 million going a mile and eighth. It was in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, and our favorite was Charlatan.
Yeah, Charlatan, Bob Baffert, Nix Go, Brad Cox, the two biggest names right now in dirt racing in North America, and obviously horses that are hot. Nix Go won the Pegasus most recently, the Breeders' Cup Dirt Mile. Charlatan probably would have been favored in the Kentucky Derby had it been run in May last year, and then of course he got hurt, missed time, came back with an awesome effort in the Malibu. So these are probably the two best older dirt horses in the world at this moment, because look, American owns dirt racing, and everybody said, well, one of these horses is going to win, right, Danny?
Definitely, yeah. I mean, a lot going on. We had some riders, Johnny V not be able to get out there. Rispoli wasn't out there, so we had some other U.S. horses, Max Player, Tacitus. I fell for Tacitus again, I have to say.
You didn't.
Yes,
Tell me you didn't.
He looked great. William Buick.
He always looks great.
But William Buick was having such a great night, and I just have such faith in Bill.
But it's called horse racing, Danny, not jockey racing. There's nobody can help Tacitus win a big race. It's not possible.
Well, let's take a look. Here's the call from Travis Stone.
Up the chute in the Saudi Cup, and Charlatan's going to be the leader. Charlatan from that outside post has come on to take over the lead from Nix Go, who backs off into second. So Charlatan takes the race to Nix Go right off the mark. Nix Go back into second. Misriff toward the inside is racing in third. Extra Elusive moving up into fourth. Right there to Military Law in fifth. Tacitus is not far behind. Tacitus is racing in sixth. Sincere is now seventh. Great Scott moving up on the inside from eighth. Global Giant is now ninth. The Reeve was in 10th. Bangkok is 11th. Sleepy Eyes Todd is in 12th. Japan's Chuo Wizard is second to last. 9 lengths off the lead as they move into the far turn. Max Player is the trailer. Nick's Go comes on through to take the lead. Charlatan sticks right with him. And the race is on round the far turn in the Saudi Cup. Charlatan on the outside of Nick's Go. Nick's Go grinding it out. Charlatan right there too. Mishriff under pressure back in third. Tacitus is asked to go now. Great Scott angles to the outside for the final quarter mile. They're coming for the top of the stretch. Charlatan has shrugged off the challenge of Nick's Go. Charlatan turning for home in front. Mishriff is now the challenger. They're off the turn. They're into the stretch. Charlatan digging down deep on the lead. Mishriff desperately trying to get by. Nick's Go's been defeated. Great Scott and Tacitus coming down to the final 100 meters. Charlatan has to fend off the oncoming Mishriff. Mishriff is roused to the lead. Charlatan tries to fight back. It's doing so. Mishriff, Charlatan. Mishriff conquers the cup. An upset winner.
That was a horse race. Mishriff, the Ireland bred, getting it done at 19-1.
David Egan, the 21-year-old jockey, ends up getting fined $100 grand for using his whip too many times, but it was a $10 million winning purse. So I assume he got the 10%, so instead of making $1 million, he made $900,000. John Gosden, if you said, tell me the best trainer in the world, he's probably the answer. I mean, he's unbelievable. The Arc de Triomphe, the Breeders' Cup wins. I mean, he's from England, but he trained in California under Charlie Whittingham. And to come and win this race against a horse like Charlatan, who ran great. I mean, ran Nick's Go out of the race,
Yep.
looked like the winner, and as Baffert said, the stretch seemed endless.
Yes.
And finally, Mishriff caught up. And this horse actually had run second in the Saudi Derby last year at Riyadh, so it wasn't like he was unfamiliar with the dirt track, but boy, on paper, he won Group 1s, but to beat Charlatan, that's a heck of a thing. I got to think that's not the last time they're going to run Mishriff on the dirt. That was really impressive.
No, there was so much I loved about this. They did a piece on him. He was getting ready. It was snowing
Right.
where they were getting ready. And there was chillier temps more than usual in Riyadh that night. So,
Yep.
you know, he probably loved that. And David, being 21, his father was a jockey. He was there giving him tips, and they really got the horse to break. They said the break made all the difference. They knew they had to jump up close. And boy, that kid, I think everybody was riding home on the stretch with him
Yeah,
that time.
no, he rode great, and it's kind of one of the stories inside of the story, right? Mike Smith had been riding for 15 years before David Egan was born, and he, of course, was on Charlatan, and Mishriff and Egan went by Charlatan really late. Looked like I wasn't sure he was actually going to get there,
yeah,
because it did seem like I saw, well, the pole was going to come up here, and it just never happened. The finish line just kept, it felt like it kept moving on Charlatan. It was forever.
Our boy Nick's Go did hold on for fourth. Great Scott, 99-1, came in third, so an 11-3-7 finish. Definitely did not disappoint for the world's richest horse race. Why don't we take a look at Laurel Park? They had the Grade 3 Barbara Fritchie, 7 furlongs. This is the Phillies and Mares sprinting.
Yeah, and a huge favorite, and I got to give a shout out to our good friend Trish Bowman, who's the stakes coordinator at Laurel Park, and put this great card together. And the huge favorite in here is Hello Beautiful at 2-5 for Brittany Russell, and won 3 in a row, and impressively coming into the Barbara Fritchie.
Yeah, and there was another co-favorite, Don't Let Sweet Fool Ya. Lacey Gaudette trained. I know they had a lot of confidence in her. They were talking how they finally figured out this quirky mare with the earmuffs and the run-out blinker.
And she'd won 5 in a row, Danny, and that the issue, as we're going to see, is both had similar front-running styles. Sometimes when that happens, an unusual result may follow.
Let's see what happens. Let's get to the call by Dave Rodman.
And they're off at a run-happy Barbara Fritchie Stakes. Don't Let Sweet Fool Ya with a sharp break. So too for Hello Beautiful on the outside. Hibiscus Punch away running in third position. Estilo Talentoso is next. Club Car Sharp Star are next in line. In between horses, Suggestive Honor trying to improve a spot and needs supervision on the outside. Only 7 lengths will cover them, but Don't Let Sweet Fool Ya's got the lead now on Hello Beautiful. Just a half length behind her as they pass that 5 furlong mark. Hibiscus Punch is in third and Suggestive Honor is in fourth. Estilo Talentoso that needs supervision on the outside, and Sharp Star and Club Car is the trailer. 22.75 was an opening quarter mile, helped by the wind there as they head into the far turn run, and 3 furlongs left to go in the run happy Barbara Fritchie. And Hello Beautiful's trying to engage now. Don't Let Sweet Fool Ya. Now they're on even terms with Hibiscus Punch looming after them out there 3 wide in third position. The half mile went in 40 5.51. Turning for home, Hibiscus Punch on the outside, sweeping up to take the lead and pulling away from Hello Beautiful and Don't Let Sweet Fool Ya. Rallying from the back of the pack now is Club Car. Car moves into second with 1 furlong left to go, and Hibiscus Punch and Horatio Caramanos on their way to a clear-cut victory in the run-happy Barbara Fritchie Stakes. And here's Estilo Talentoso, second on the outside.
Well, we had an upset, 41-1. Hibiscus Punch.
The dream setup, Danny, as we talked about, you had the two dueling leaders, the two favorites. They ran themselves out of the race. Hibiscus Punch with the perfect trip sitting behind, ran away from the field, and as you said, at a mere 41.
Let's take a look back at Saudi Arabia. This is for the 3-year-olds. 1.5 million race going 1 mile.
Yeah, and the American hope in here, Danny, is Cowan, the 2 for Steve Asmussen. Now, most recently was second, a distant second to Caddo River and the Smarty Jones at Oaklawn Park, and had really good turf form last year, including running second in the Breeders' Cup Turf Sprint. But on paper, he was the horse to beat. And this was supposed to be Rispoli. He didn't make it, and Joe Rosario got off the 7, and I'll let you pronounce the name of the 7 in a minute. Got off the 7 to ride this horse.
Yeah, and our favorite is actually a filly, Soft Whisper, the 13 horse with Mike Smith for Godolphin. So, I mean, she's coming off 4 wins. I mean, great field. So why don't we take a look at the call and see what happens.
Miss Shuckles in front. Pressure from Soft Whisper. Soft Whisper is right there racing second. And Pink Kamehameha, 3 wide and moving up from third. Right in the race is that one. New Treasures under pressure as they round the far turn. Round 6 is losing ground. Rebels Romance starting to make some progress. Moving up to be 5th. Hot Thames on the move from 6. Homerion. Cowan is starting to find his best stride, but he's forced to go wide as they come for the top of the stretch, where Soft Whisper comes away with the lead. Pink Kamehameha poised on the outside second. Rebels Romance is there. New Treasures in behind, trying to muscle up on through. Cowan's flattened out, trying to get back on stride. Racing for the mid-stretch marker. Pink Kamehameha comes away with the lead. It's Pink Kamehameha in front. Soft Whisper fights on. New Treasure keeps on coming too. Cowan's late on the scene. Rebels Romance flattened out. Pink Kamehameha, 50 meters to go. Cowan is finishing fast. Pink Kamehameha, Cowan, here's the wire. Pink Kamehameha.
What a night for the Japanese. Pink Kamehameha getting it done at 30-1.
Yeah, this is the second year in a row the Japanese have won this race. And look, I don't want to take anything away from them because their horse won, but Cowan was about 10 lengths the best. He completely missed the break.
Head turned.
Yeah, just whatever could go wrong, did go wrong. Came way wide, was still running at the finish. Looked like he was going to get beat 100 times. And poor Joe Rosario took off the winner. And it was the right play to take off a 30-1 shot, but ends up second on what turned out to be the best horse.
The filly softened up a little bit. She was up in the front. She ran a good race, but it'll be interesting to see if Pink Kamehameha does go on to the UAE Derby. And maybe we'll see him in the Kentucky Derby here in the States.
Yeah,
so.
my suspicion is this was a grade B 3-year-old race at best, given I don't think Cowan's even really a dirt horse. I think he's just okay. I don't think these are any threats to the life is goods of the world that we'll see in 2 weeks out in California.
A 7-2-6 finish. Travis Stone with the call did a great job calling the races out there, so I know they had a great night. We're going to head to our next break. When we come back, we're going to have the Jockey and Trainer of the Week here on Let's Go Racing.
Turning for Home is a nonprofit that has provided nearly 2,800 former racehorses with a safe retirement. The program was created through the foresight of the Pennsylvania Thoroughbred Horsemen's Association.
We all love animals, and to give back to something that helps us so much, it's a great thing.
Responding to the need for a better system that addressed the uncertain future for the retiring equine population at Parks Racing, the PTHA rallied horsemen to support the program.
These horses can do anything from hunter jumpers to western to therapeutic riding.
Turning for Home became the first on-track retirement program at a year-round racetrack.
We want to make sure that our horses that have run so well for us over the years get the great opportunity to get a new vocation.
Out of everything that we've done in Pennsylvania for racing, I think that's the thing we can be most proud of.
If you would like to help these amazing animals find a great second career and forever home, please give us a call or contact us at turningforhome.org.
Welcome back to Let's Go Racing. Our Jockey and Trainer of the Week is brought to you by Turning for Home, our racehorse retirement program right here at Parks Racing. So good jockey week. Our Jockey of the Week's Angel Rodriguez. He just had a stellar week. One notable day, every race he came in was in the money, 1, 2, 3. An unbelievable ride on Irish Cork that looked like he was beat a few times and still had a great gritty race up the rail. So I want to give a shout out to Angel Rodriguez on a great week. And our trainer of the week is Roger Brown, Howard Brown Jr. Wednesday, he had 2 back-to-back wins, funny enough, with the same jockey, George Luis Gonzalez, and gotta love Roger and his fight. He's very vocal about overcoming his battle with cancer, and we love Roger. We're glad he's doing well.
Yeah,
and
Roger's one of the very first stories I did for the Let's Go Racing Parks.com website back in the day, and I remember talking to him about it, and he really credits Mike Bellezzi and the program on the backstretch. He said he would even have had medical insurance if he hadn't been here at Parks, and if he hadn't, there's no telling what would have happened, but he did, and it helped save his life, and thankfully he's here and he's doing well.
I enjoyed my time. Me and Roger had a lot of fun on the rail last year, and just one of the guys you always root for.
Absolutely good dude.
Glad he's doing well. How about some race recap?
Let's get it done.
All right. Brought to you by Pewter Stable. Check them out at pewterstable.com. Kate DeMasi told us quite a bit about Pewter Stable, how you can become an owner today. We talked about that on our radio show, so be sure to check them out. And our first race, let's look at Santa Anita, the Grade 2 Buena Vista, a mile on the turf.
We're going a mile on the turf, Danny. It's a Grade 2 for $200,000, and our big favorite is the 8-horse Charmaine's Mia, 6-5, and it's always in this race under the hot rider Flavian Pride, who just went over 1,000 wins.
Sure did.
He's going to win by about a length at the finish. Charmaine's Mia for Phil D'Amato, who does nothing but win big turf races in Southern California.
I mean, that start was everything. When he took that horse back, she rated kindly. She was there for him.
Indeed.
And, able to have more at the finish. They even think she might even stretch out a little further. So, well done to him. And, Flavian Pratt, he just had his 1,000th win, and he has a new jockey agent, Brad Pegram.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, his jockey agent did really well for him, but I guess he's trying to do even better. I think he wants to get in more of the big races. I think that's what it's about.
Well, he definitely fits. So an 8-2-3 finish, very close turf-style finish for the Buena Vista. Why don't we look at Laurel Park again? They had a great weekend. The John B. Campbell, $100,000, a mile and 16.
Yeah, way back in the day, this was a huge winter race at Old Bowie Race Course, and I saw a few of these back in the day when you couldn't get out of the parking lot. There'd be 20,000 people there, and we weren't having a couple Parks horses in there.
Yep.
Forewarned for our man Uriah. Didn't really make a big run in the race, and the 2 Deal Driven for Bobby Moscow ended up 4th, but the winner and the favorite, Bankit, always right in the race.
Oh, yeah.
Once you started to move for Steve Asmus and Sheldon Russell, cruises by to win by almost 2 lengths at the wire.
Yeah, I love that sweeping move he made, and Sheldon Russell got 2 stakes wins that day on the card, so he was hot. And this horse is very well traveled. He's been all over Oak Lawn, Belmont, so that horse loves to ship and win and run. So pretty cool. And Aqueduct had another stakes, the Maddie May B Stakes, a mile for New York bred fillies. Make Mischief was our favorite, 8-5, Gary Barber. This horse used to be in the Mark Cassie barn, transfers over to Chris Englehart. Super nice filly. I mean, she was our favorite. She did everything right to get that win. She was in tight. She made a gutsy move on the inside, Eric Consell, so nice win for her. The 8 comes in second. I mean, that horse was on the lead, Brattle House. No excuses for the Christophe Clement horse. But nice group of New York bred fillies. 3-8-1 finish. What do you say? Some eye on racing?
Let's do it, Danny.
Lots of big races coming up.
This is probably the first big, huge race weekend, and our focus is going to be on Gulfstream Park, where our girl Vequist will make her 3-year-old debut in the Devona Dale. It looks like a short field, maybe 5. She'll probably be odds on. And on the card, the Fountain of Youth, Greatest Honor, the Shug McGahee Tappet Colt, who looks like certainly a Kentucky Derby contender, will be back in that race. 7 graded stakes all told on the card. We are now back at Oak Lawn Park. They had to stop for a couple of weeks because they just couldn't get the snow. It just would not stop in Hot Springs. We have the 2-year-old champ, Essential Quality, will run down there in his first race in the Southwest. And on Sunday, in the Bayacoa, she's back. Monomoy Girl will make her debut in 2021, and so Oaklawn and Gulfstream will be the spots, and we'll have all those races obviously for you next week.
Star-studded weekend, and obviously, you know, the Kentucky Oaks, the Kentucky Derby. Picture's going to get a little clearer after these races.
No doubt.
We'll see who's kind of taking the lead on that. So great bunch of races. Let's head to our final break. When we get back, we'll have some news and notes here on Let's Go Racing.
Did you know the Pennsylvania horse racing industry spends tens of millions of dollars supporting agriculture, from local farmers and farm workers to veterinarians and more? And we do it with zero tax dollars while creating tens of thousands of jobs.
The Pennsylvania Thoroughbred Horsemen's Association is the advocate for Parks Racing's horsemen and has worked hard to secure better lives for the hundreds of trainers and their families that work in the thoroughbred racing industry. Our horsemen benefit from medical coverage, trainer pension plans, and increased purses. Thanks to these horsemen, racing at Parks is the very best, providing entertainment for you and the entire family. The Pennsylvania Horsemen are proud to be part of the community and introduce a new generation of fans to the sport of kings.
If you want action and you want it now, you got to get the new Parks Racing mobile app. Wager and watch thoroughbred and harness racing from around the world. With the Parks Racing mobile app, it's easy to open and fund your account. Then place your wagers and cheer on your horse as they thunder down the stretch. With the Parks Racing mobile app, you'll easily make withdrawal requests, view the previous day's replays and results. Plus, open any new account now and you'll be automatically enrolled in the Parks Rewards program. The more you wager, the more you earn. Get the new Parks Racing mobile app and get in on the action.
Did you know absolutely no taxpayer dollars support the Pennsylvania horse racing industry? In fact, racing generates $1.6 billion that pays taxes, creates jobs, and more, right here in Pennsylvania.
Looking to join the thrill and excitement of thoroughbred racehorse ownership? Pewter Stable can get you started. With more than 25 years of experience under the leadership of Greg and Kate DeMasi, Pewter Stable is one of the industry's leaders in racing partnerships, winning hundreds of races and millions of dollars at racetracks all over the Mid-Atlantic, including New York. Pewter Stable is working hard, looking for the very best runners at all the top sales, and we do claiming partnerships as well. No markup, no management fees, makes our partnerships unique and affordable. Training services also provided for individual owners. Give us a call and see what Pewter Stable is all about. The thrill and fun of thoroughbred racehorse ownership is easier than you think. We are Pewter Stable.
Welcome back on Let's Go Racing. News and Notes is brought to you by the Granny Fund. The Granny Fund helps assist in continuing education here for our backstretch community. Some news and notes. We have some big news for rider Kendrick Carmouche.
Yeah, we do. Kendrick is dominating the riding colony up at Aqueduct again. He's going to get a shot at the big time today. He's going to be in the Fountain of Youth on Fire at Will from Mike Maker. If you remember, that's the horse that won the Breeders' Cup 2-year-old turf race. He's going to try the dirt. Kendrick would not have had this mount, but Luis Saez is going to Oaklawn to ride Essential Quality. So he didn't go to another rider down in Florida. He sent up for Kendrick, who's just been riding in the form of his life. Now, I don't know if he can win or not, because obviously Shug's horse, Greatest Honor, is going to be a big favorite. But, man, if he did, I'm sure he would keep the mount, and then maybe Kendrick could get himself on the Derby trail. It would be awesome.
Very exciting, very rewarding for him and Agent Kevin Bubser, who's been with him a long time. So we're rooting for you, man. Hope you get it done. And we're rooting for our girl, Vequist.
Yeah, and Vequist is obviously our biggest story around here. Can't wait to see her. The last time we saw her, Danny, you were there at Keeneland. That was someday, and hopefully this is the start of a great 3-year-old season for Vequist.
Best weekend of my life. So it was a great show, and thanks so much for joining us. Come check us out at Parks Racing. We race Monday, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays, post time 12:25. Thanks so much. See you next week.